We're live. Oh no. So, hi. Been a while. I am using my tablet, which I don't really ever stream from, so I'm testing out some stuff. Anyway, hi. It's been a while. I don't know if it's gonna record this video so that I can share it elsewhere. Probably not. So I'm gonna tweet it out. Random unplanned live stream while I bake in the sun outside. Let's see how much YouTube still sucks. Excuse me. All right, tweeted that out. So anyway, I was just sitting here working on some crochet. It's very tiny. I made this bag and you know, with like a normal size crochet hook and yarn. And I was like, hi from Sweden. I was like, hey, I hate myself. Why don't I try to make the same thing with this tiny string and tiny crochet hook? Needless to say, it's been a frustrating experience, but I have been passing the time by trying to binge on videos from different YouTubers. So just for those people watching this that haven't been keeping up with me on social media or anything else, first of all, why? I always get people who are like, oh, you died. Why don't you update anymore? Guys, I'm streaming this from my Topless Topics TV account because a lot of you guys, so I have 40,000+ subscribers on Topless Topics TV. A year ago, or more than a year ago, I made a new account and I told everyone about it multiple times on all the social media, you know, all the social media platforms. I think I made a video about it on Topless Topics TV as well, that I was making a new account because I use the Topless Topics Topless Topics TV email for a lot of different purposes. And I just don't like having it linked to my YouTube because you guys know I'm always on the knife edge of getting completely blocked. And theoretically, having the YouTube account banned wouldn't affect the Gmail, but I just didn't want to take the risk. So that's why I made the new account. And of course, the only reason I have the YouTube is even just to try to get people to go over to my Vimeo, which is uncensored. So, you know, I make the heavily censored versions for YouTube and then be like, if you want to see the real thing, go over there. Yeah, it's kind of frustrating trying to get people to go to the new accounts. So again, I haven't been dead. I've actually been making a lot of content. But it's all you gotta follow at Topless Topics. I'm trying to be quiet. So my neighbor's right over there. And I live in a conservative area, so they'd probably, you know, think that I was doing bad stuff if they heard me say that. Anyway, kitty cat, you want to be in a video? No, she's just staring at me. So anyway, yeah, been making lots of content, lots of videos. I've been doing a lot more interviews with other people and sort of trying to do collaborations. As I said, I was, oh, there you are. Don't knock my food over. Thank you. Well, very quick cameo by Morgana the cat. Yeah, I've been watching videos from other YouTubers. So, VidCon. I was going to go this year. I had actually last year, like, you know, October or November, I had bought a VidCon ticket. I bought the creator ticket because industry was like $400 more. And I was like, is it worth it? And I had registered to have a room at the Hilton like the whole week, which was like $2,000 something. But I figured, you know, it would be worth it to, first of all, not have to walk far away in scary Anaheim late at night to go to a hotel by myself. And also, you know, as I've said many times, the Hilton lobby, the bar area seems like the best place to network. But alas, VidCon was canceled because of this fun little pandemic that we're still, you know, ratcheting up. We're worse now than we were, you know, at the beginning of this. which is, it's crazy to see my neighbors just be like, oh, the pandemic's not on the news anymore, must be over. So it got canceled. And then almost 2 weeks ago, VidCon started sending out these messages on their mailing list about launching this thing that they're calling VidCon Now, which I think is a dumb name. They should have called it VidCon Digital or VidCon Virtual or something like that. I mean, VidCon Virtual like rolls right off the tongue, where basically they're trying to take their content and put it online instead. And they said it's going to be all summer. They've had a handful of panels so far. The only one I've been to was this Queer Voices one, and they really didn't interact with the audience at all. Like they had maybe 10 minutes at the end where they, my hon from UK. Hi. Random comments. Anyway, I went to this Queer Voices one. They didn't interact with the audience at all, except for like literally like less than 10 minutes from the end of this panel. They had a hashtag on Twitter that I guess people were supposed to use to submit questions. I submitted one knowing that they wouldn't, you know, ask it because my Twitter name is @Topless Topics, and obviously they're gonna be like, oh, this is porn ban. Yeah, ignore. But anyway, and it was already hundreds of questions long when they finally got to it. So I was like, that wasn't very well planned. But theoretically, they're changing stuff around. And VidCon has their own Discord server now, and it's super easy to get on. Just like look up, sorry, just like swallowing. Look up VidCon, and there's like links on the website. I will warn you that they have like 1 million sub rooms, and they're sort of broken up by track. They got community, creator, industry, but they made the whole thing free, and anyone anywhere in the world can sign up, which seems like a terrible idea, especially since a lot of these panels, they have very limited occupancy that is first come, first served. So, you know, they had some live streaming thing that would have been nice and useful for me to watch, except that they had, I don't even know how to say it, Jacksepticeye or something like that in it. And apparently he has legions and legions of fangirls who immediately flooded it because, oh my God, it's the Jacksepticeye. So yeah, you know, might have been a useful panel, but I'm not a 14-year-old girl frantically refreshing my computer every 10 seconds. So anyway, a little frustrated because that's a problem that the physical VidCon had. You know, even, let's see, I first went, I think, on year 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. I honestly don't even remember how many VidCons I've been to. And then when I moved up here to Portland 4 years ago, I didn't, you know, I had kids and everything, so I haven't been to one since then. That's why I was so excited for this year. This was going to be my triumphant return to VidCon, but then it got canceled. Hopefully we'll have at least some handle on the pandemic by next year. Honestly, we are not doing a good job, you know, testing or social distancing. Oh, didn't you know if we just stop testing people, then the virus goes away, right? According to Trump. Anyway, fucking idiot. So yeah, they made this Discord. They have all these different rooms. They're not really, like, they don't sense, like, they're basically all just flooded with people just chatting about whatever. Or why the fuck do you people send me just like heart emojis? It doesn't help. That doesn't add anything to conversation. Anyway, this is why I don't live stream. It's just hi from wherever and then heart emojis. Cool. Anyway, they have all these rooms. They're not really well moderated. Well, they're not moderated against spam, but they have all these words that won't even get posted. It'll just delete it and it'll yell at you for using bad words or something. And the bad words include obviously the name of my channel. I mean, obviously bad word. I can't remember. I was just getting frustrated because I was trying, I wasn't linking to my channel. I wasn't saying the name of my channel or anything. I was trying to explain in a very kid-friendly way what the focus of my content is. And it didn't matter how I tried to word it. It still got blocked. And I was like, I'm not even gonna fucking use this Discord. But I gave it another try. I'm avoiding the community chat rooms because they're really full of, you know, because if you've never been to VidCon, basically the community track is what they call the one that's focused on fangirls, fan stands, whatever you want to call them, where it gets you into the meet and greets. Well, it gets you into the drawing for the meet and greets where, you know, for the famous people, you ooh, there's like eagles flying. I do love having eagles and hawks all over the place in the Pacific Northwest. Anyway, it gets you up to, you can enter a lottery to go into these meet and greets. And even if you win the lottery, you still have to wait in line for hours, and you literally get like a minute with this person. So I've never been, oh, block. Where's the rack at? You should learn how to listen and read, because I've said that all my videos are at toplesstopics.org, but clearly you are super here for the right reasons if you're gonna refer to it as a rack. God, you people are pathetic. You're just so fucking pathetic. Like, yeah, I don't stream to YouTube because YouTube comments are garbage. I do stream to Vimeo and to Twitch every Friday and Saturday, 1 to 4 p.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time. And I stream to Twitch when I'm doing gaming, and then I stream or arts and craft, and then, you know, anytime I'm editing video or anything with, hey, let's stream more nipples in it, I stream to Vimeo because it's the only one that doesn't ban nipples. That isn't an actual porn site. I'm not going to stream on an actual porn site because I'm not doing actual porn. I'm not doing anything pornographic. That's the whole point of the channel. So yeah, again, to reiterate, if you are subscribed to this channel and you're like, why hasn't she made any new content? I don't know how you missed the hundreds of times I said this already. I made a new YouTube. That's how this August show. And again, I'm being quiet because of my neighbors. I always post to all my social media whenever there's a new video up. And primarily just go to toplesstopics.org, which I make a post every time I make a new video. I embed the uncensored Vimeo version, and then I also link to, you know, if I upload it on YouTube or whatever, I link to it so that hopefully people will go like and subscribe it over there. So, you know, I can reach more new people, because if you didn't know this, my stuff, when it isn't outright banned, gets hidden from search results. So I cannot organically grow. I can only, you know, grow as a channel if you watching this right now like and share and blah blah blah, which I fucking hate saying. Oh my god, that's part of one of the, oh my god, I slipped into a Valley Girl voice. Speaking of Valley Girls, gotta note about that later. But anyway, I just get frustrated because, you know, I can't grow unless you guys actively help me grow. And I hate fucking even talking about that because it sounds so gross and artificial to me. You know, I really haven't been watching just regular YouTuber videos in a long time, and part of it is because the culture has shifted to where you got all these people that are like, smash that like button, and I just hear that and I'm just like, oh. Or like, I think the beginning of the end was when people started unironically using the term influencer, which to me just in and of itself is vomitorious. Vomit, that's not a word. I can't think of the word. Basically makes me want to vomit. Not vomitorium, that's the name of a certain bath subsection in the Roman baths, which I think is one where they basically had you like drink stuff that would make you throw up because they thought it made you healthier. I don't know. Anyway, I think, yeah, when people started calling them influencers, it made me go, whoa. So, but I'm trying to get back into it. You know, before VidCon, physical VidCon got canceled, I had this project where I was looking at a couple of videos each of all the people listed on the featured creators, and filming my reactions to them, trying not to be too mean, but also not lie. And, you know, the majority of the currently popular people that were getting, you know, special featured creator notice on the VidCon website, I was like, this is really boring. This is just, yeah, why is this popular? But I am a crotchety old married lady with kids. You know, I've been on I've been on YouTube since the beginning. I've watched the culture change, and yeah, there is a culture to YouTube. There's like many subcultures. You know, you've got like you've got like fandoms for all the big channels, which is strange to me. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, there is a culture shift, and you know, I've lamented about this before, but when Google bought out YouTube or whatever, they started focusing a lot more on being brand friendly. And so anything that was like avant-garde, you know, a little bit deviant or whatever, started getting phased out. And, you know, the beginning of what was so wonderful about YouTube in the beginning was just how much fewer barriers there were to content that wasn't brand friendly. You know, you were able to explore your niche a lot more. Now, because there's such a focus on making everything kid friendly, brand friendly, you know, weird stuff does still exist, but as soon as it gets a little bit of you know, haters following it or whatever, all they have to do is report it and algorithms will take it down. And because you're not famous, YouTube moderators don't care enough to, you know, investigate it. So yeah. Anyway, so I've been hanging out in these Discord rooms for the VidCon and slowly checking out the channels of people that are advertising. I've only seen like maybe 3 people's channels so far, and they're kind of just random. They're like my first videos, you know, way back 15 years ago or whenever YouTube started. So, you know, I'm not hating on people for not having very organized videos when they're first starting out, because it's hard. It takes a while for you to figure out, like, what is your message? What is your focus? Why are you making videos? Are you just trying to be funny and entertaining people? Are you fighting for a cause? Are you showing people how to do arts and crafts? Are you cataloging your life? You know, and you can be multiple things. You don't have to only have one ever have one focus. I mean, look at my content, you know, I range all over the place from, you know, politics, liberal stuff, whatever, covering feminist protests and stuff, to, you know, talking to my trans friends about, you know, our personal experiences regarding censorship, to complaints about how hard being a parent is, to arts and crafts, to video games, like, you know. And I was talking to someone on the Discord, actually, well, in a DM, because I didn't want to clog up the rooms, but I was talking to them because they were saying, like, why did you start your videos? And I said, I'm basically trying to give people an insight to seeing a woman without a shirt on. Fucking neighbors, just like right there. He's gardening, and I'm just like, anyway. Mostly I just don't want them to freak out and be like, oh my God, call Child Protective Service because she makes topless videos online. Anyway, yeah, I tell people that, you know, I'm trying to give people an example of a topless woman doing normal everyday things, so that you're only fucking idiots. Why are you not topless? Because it gets banned. Fucking go to toplesstopics.org, you fucking idiot. Anyway, I just always hear the same fucking bullshit comments and questions every time I live stream. Every time I read the comments, it's just the same bullshit over and over. I should just turn comments off. What is even the point? No one's gonna say anything interesting. I don't even know how to do it. So anyway, I'm trying to give people an opportunity to see a woman without a shirt doing everyday normal things, so that the only time people see a topless woman isn't in the middle of doing a sexual thing. And again, I don't think anyone watching this right now is actually a regular follower, because I'm trying YouTube and I never try YouTube live stream, because YouTube is a fickle bitch and I just don't want to deal. I've had alternate YouTube accounts get banned mid-stream for the heinous, unforgivable sin of female nipples. So yeah, I'm not, you know, I'm still dealing with a lot of feelings of betrayal over having been on YouTube for so long, and yet, you know, still having gotten banned multiple times without warning or recourse. Any more comic reviews or drawing streams? Yeah, for sure. I was actually just saying, you know, I live stream every Friday and Saturday, and basically it's whatever I feel like doing that day. If I'm really tired, I'll usually just play a video game. Like I've been playing Dying Light, which isn't nearly as scary as I thought it was. Nighttime's scary because you got the like hard zombies that are like, you know, chasing you and everything. That's a bit nerve-wracking. I like to play games that I can narrate also, because it's fun to practice character voices. So I've been trying to do some dating games, except that they're not really games because you don't really get choices at all in them. It's just basically reading a book, but you know, you have to sit uncomfortably in front of the computer to do it, so I don't really like them. Ironically, I can stream those games to Twitch. I can have people fucking, literally fucking, animated people fucking on screen, and Twitch is fine with that. But if I were to take a video without this on, I get banned. Like, again, the whole focus of my videos, why is it fine, like, to have sex in video games or to have these very sexy, like, dance moves, video moves? Like, I just made a post on toplesstopics.org with some screenshots from this music video called Trolls, featuring Nicki Minaj and I don't know how to pronounce this, 6ix9ine, I guess. I don't know. And it just popped up on Twitter, and I was looking at it, I was like, not only is this allowed on YouTube, but it's actively promoted. And it's a very sexy video. I mean, you know, Nicki Minaj came out with the Anaconda video years ago, which is also like her deep throating bananas and stuff. And I just continually get so mad. Why did I get on a porn site? I didn't. Someone probably stole my video and uploaded it on their own if you found it on a porn site. I'm flattered, I guess. Whatever. That's what I just keep saying. It's so hilarious how low all these pervert standards are, that all it takes for them to bust a nut is me just sitting there without a shirt. Like, on Twitter, I'm always banning these porn bots who all they do is, you know, like and share actual porn, and they'll share my video, and it's literally just me sitting there without a shirt, and they're just like, oh, like, how fucking low are your standards? That's all it takes. That's all it takes for you to like become this animalistic thing that's just like incapable. Well, I mean, I'm kind of giving these guys the compliment of assuming that when they're not furiously masturbating, they actually have a brain. They could just literally be a dick with legs that just walks around masturbating to, you know, table legs and whatnot. Anyway, so I've been live streaming. I switched between gaming, editing video, and, you know, like, I need to go back to it. I had this project where I was taking my old artistic nude photo shoots. They're not sexual. It's literally like Venus de Milo, you know, kind of thing, where I'm just like posing prettily or whatever. I was taking those photos and I was turning them into fantasy creatures, and the only one I actually finished is this dryad version of one of my pictures where I like made it look like I have bark skin and mossy hair and everything like that. And then I had another one I was doing where I was making myself looking like a mermaid. I kind of want to start that one over from the beginning because I got kind of sloppy and I'm like, I don't like this. Anyway, will you type in Topless Topics, you see it? Oh, when you type it, honestly, like, I'm always trying to get my stuff. I'm not always. Occasionally, I'll go on a stint of trying to get it, you know, deleted from websites or whatever. But it's whack-a-mole. You know, there's this thing called the Streisand effect, which basically began when Barbara Streisand had this picture of her house that someone took from like a drone that went online, and she went on a rampage of trying to get this picture removed. And the fuss that she made to get it taken down just made all this attention. Literally, the same thing is happening right now with Trump and his fucking ramp, you know, stumbling down the ramp and drinking water. He is freaking out about it so much that he's making it into a weeks-long story. It just happened and him, whatever, like nobody would be talking about it. So as far as like me trying to get all my stuff taken down from those websites, I'm fighting an uphill battle. You know, there's only the one of me. I'm the sole creator, editor, promoter, website updater, social media manager, everything for everything I do. And that, and being, you know, mom to young kids or whatever, that's my life. I don't have the time to police all that stuff. It pisses me off to have people steal my video and upload it to porn sites because it's not porn. But at least, you know, it's my face. Like, people can't really just pretend to be me. You know, they can type and pretend to be me, but, you know, I think it'll be pretty obvious for anyone who's not a fucking moron, which, you know, let's be like, you know, 95% of people watching my videos are fucking morons. But anyway, not all you guys are idiot perverts. I'm sure there's like 2 of you out there. Anyway, what do I think about coronavirus? Oh man, Simon Adams, you really gotta go. You gotta go check out some of the videos I've been doing, like life updates, or, you know, watch the recorded versions of the live streams I've been doing, because I am so sick of people being so fucking stupid. The thing that I keep coming back to is, if everyone had social distance and worn fucking masks and washed their fucking hands from the beginning, regardless of how incompetent our government is, the virus would not be exploding like it is now. You know, it's like the picture of the matchsticks. You move one matchstick out of the way and the fire dies. Can't keep spreading. So if people were not fucking selfish asshole morons, the virus would have nowhere to go and it'd be gone. But because we have a nation of fucking inbred selfish pieces of shit who are like, oh, it's, you know, it doesn't affect me, so I don't care if I get the virus, or the, you know, it's just the flu, it's just a cold morons who, you know, deny all science and reality and like to live in their world of magical thinking. Those are the people that are keeping the virus spread. And my parents, you know, my parents moved in with us when we moved up here because it was that or put them in a home, and we don't have the money for a home. And also I think that, you know, it would kill them to you know, be locked away like that. And thank God they, you know, weren't, because these homes are super high target for the virus spreading. You know, my mom was supposed to, I say she was supposed to die of cancer last year because she was getting chemo again. She's had cancer for like 10 plus years. And she was getting a kind of chemo and it didn't seem like it was working, and she was getting weaker and weaker. So they were like, yeah, we give her about 3 to 6 months to live. And then miraculously, I guess the chemo started working belatedly. And so now she's, you know, she's still like, she doesn't really leave the house at all. She'll come sit outside here. But like today she tried to walk down the block with her walker and she barely made it. Admitted it is hot today, so that was part of it. But you know, my mom is a cancer survivor and my dad has thyroid issues. Plus he's just a really anxious person who's never been particularly healthy. So if we bring the virus home, my parents are screwed. And, you know, the other thing about it too is again, here's talking to you idiot Trumpers. We got kids dying of it. We've got super healthy 30-year-olds keeling over from it. It is killing people from all walks of life. It is killing people that don't have obesity or asthma or, you know, cancer survivors or whatever. We have people with no pre-existing conditions dying of it. So this attitude of like, well, I won't die from it. There's no guarantee of that. And even if you don't die from it, you know, you have loved ones who will die from it if they catch it. Now I get it. I mean, one of the bedrocks of being a Trumper is to not give a shit about other people. I mean, that's the only way you can keep, you know, that's the only way you could have supported him from the beginning, but especially now, you have to be a racist, misogynistic, stupid motherfucker to support Trump. So it makes sense that, you know, those kind of people would not care about social distancing, would not care about wearing masks, see wearing masks as like a sign of cowardice, which is hilarious and shows that they aren't paying any attention to why we're being told to wear masks. Masks don't protect you, they protect people around you. So the only way that masks work is if everyone wears one. And that's why these, you know, Senate chambers and stuff where all the Democrats are wearing masks and all the Republicans aren't, you know, everyone's at risk for getting sick. And the Republicans are making themselves sick too. Ugh. Anyway, so yeah. God told my mom's better, yeah. So, fucking just, yeah. That's why it's funny that you're like asking what I think about it, because I'm literally like trying to get away from talking about it because I talk about it so much. I also, just last week, I interviewed one of my longtime followers, Kenny Riot, who's a Black man, to talk about Black Lives Matter, because I said, you know, I don't want people to think I'm unaware of it. But, you know, I'm white. I'm not really in a position to talk about this stuff. So I did a video chat with him, and then I cut the video up into parts and I put it up. I don't think I did the censored version for YouTube yet. I'm really behind on edited video because I just don't have the energy. The kids take a lot out of me. But I do have the unedited Vimeo, not unedited, the uncensored video up on Vimeo and on toplesstopics.org. Just go there. There's links to everything. I am in the process of making the website look better. I just don't know how to code, so it's very slow going. Anyhow, yeah. So, yep. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm intending to say on here. I just, you know, I'm sitting here, like I said, working on some crochet projects, trying to get into some new YouTubers who, not necessarily new, but people who are still producing content, who have at least expressed an interest in going to VidCon, because even before it got canceled, I was kind of trying to do that. I was trying to find other, you know, potential attendees and sort of make friends with them so that when I do go, I'm not just totally alone without any friends there. Because I usually do an okay job of just kind of striking up a friendship with people there. Um, but I still think it would be nice to have, some to look forward to. And I'm not talking about famous people, because I mean, it would be cool to be friends with some, famous YouTubers, but like, I wouldn't want them to think I was just trying to use them to get famous, So I'm not interested in piggybacking off any, already popular YouTubers. And also, like, they would be busy. They would be getting besieged by fans all the time. So it would be a fun hangout. We couldn't just like go to Disneyland, on Disney Day and hang out without them getting mobbed. So unless they wore a Spider-Man mask like Michael Jackson, I guess. Oh man, freaking people going to Disneyland right now. How stupid are you? Anyway, so yeah, anyway, I've been trying to make friends with people that are also creators. And, I said this before in my videos, but the thing I was really excited about VidCon for was not really the panels, because I mean, sometimes they're useful, sometimes they're boring. I get the creator pass, not the community one, so I couldn't even get into the meet and greets if I wanted to. But as I was just saying, the meet and greets are garbage. You're still waiting in line. If you win the lottery, you're still waiting in line for hours to get literally 1 minute with your person. Like, I guess they're all just kids who are like, oh, I'm going to become best friends with this person in the 1 minute of taking a selfie. Like, yeah, okay. Anyway, maybe walking around the expo hall a little bit, except that some years it was pretty lame and just a lot of corporate potential sponsors only talking to people with like millions of subscribers and stuff. So not too interesting. The thing that I was really looking forward to with VidCon was just to be around other people who care about, who at least watch other video makers, not necessarily video makers themselves, because it's a very insular community. It's really hard, if you don't live in LA, to find other people that create online content and stuff like that. And it's frustrating because, I really struggled to make friends since I moved up here. And a big part of it is because the kids are so young that I kind of have to have them with me all the time. And I really can't get to know people if I'm like yelling at the kids to get out of the street and to stop putting rocks in their mouth and stuff like that the whole time. And then I don't leave them at home because my parents are pretty old and weak and they don't, can't really watch the kids by themselves. And then my husband's always at work. And then when he's not at work, yeah, I'm not going to get into my husband. Let's just say he's not attentive enough for me to leave the kids around him. He gets very, very focused on his cell phone games and doesn't notice the kids doing dangerous stuff. So I don't really feel like I can leave the kids at home alone with him as young as they are. They're 2 and 4 right now. Well, one just turned 2, the other one turns 4 next month. But anyway, I was just really looking forward to just being around other people that are interested in YouTube. And not just YouTube. I mean, I use that as like a catch-all, but streaming, Vimeo, I guess TikTok. I don't know. Is there anyone over like 18 that really cares about TikTok? That kind of thing. And Discord, talking on Discord is obviously not half as, not a quarter as rewarding as talking to people like that in real life. But I'll do the best I can for now. When I was a kid, when I was a teenager, I had, handfuls of online friends who I talked to daily and who I considered, just as, if not more important than real life friends. Especially Angel, who, I was addicted to novel style role playing with and would literally talk to and write stories with for hours and hours and hours and hours every single day. I talked to her way more than any real life friend I ever had. And I confided in her and she confided in me. We did have kind of a twisted relationship where she was a very bitter person and she was always telling me to be different, which was a problem. But if you're curious to know more about my dead best friend, Angel, I was recently a guest on a podcast called Death is Hilarious, that if you just look up Death is Hilarious, it was like 2 episodes, I think, ago. I reconnected with this old San Diego friend of mine and found out that they were co-host on this podcast, which just was funny and how that happened. So yeah, they had me on for an episode and I talked about my friend who died suddenly in 2009. And then I talked about how my mom was supposed to die and how, you know, it was like riding this roller coaster going up and up, knowing that eventually she'd die and I'd go careening down, but the moment never came. So it's just this constant state of limbo, which technically I'm still in because my mom's still pretty weak and, you know, anyone could die at any time. So anyway, but yeah, so I guess I'll wrap this up. The kids are down. Sorry, I'm getting Discord alerts that the Onyx family panel just began. I don't know. I looked it up. I've never heard of these people. Supposedly it's a panel about like how to get your whole family involved. I did start a YouTube channel for my 4-year-old Link called Link's Plays, and it's supposed to be like gaming and crafting and cute stuff, but I haven't really put anything up to it yet because it's hard to get him. He does like cute things all day, you know, like makes up these stories and songs and plays, like he sort of plays some games. He's not very good at it, but he tries to play games. And I wanted to, you know, start doing videos with him like that, but it's hard to get him to do it on camera. Plus I have so many things I'm trying to do. It's exhausting. Anyway, back when I first started Topless Topics, which was not my first YouTube channel by a long shot, it's like maybe my 5th or 6th that I really put effort into. Because back in the beginning of YouTube, you were encouraged to have separate channels for all your different focuses. So one for vlogs, one for gaming, one for whatever professionally made ones, you know. And so like I had my very original one, which was just like whatever videos, because again, I didn't really know what I was doing. I had one for vlogs. I had one that was just me singing covers of songs. The first channel I really got serious about was a gaming channel that I started, I don't know when. And I stupidly, I named it Games Are for Fight, which was a reference to an old WoW meme. There was this guide that came out that was how to play a druid class, but it was like full of weird grammar and stuff, you know, like the Doge meme kind of thing. But it, you know, nobody could remember that, so I don't know. That was a bad decision. I tried to rebrand as Sari Got Game later on, but the URL, they won't let you change the URL, so it's still Games Are for Fight. And I don't know, when I, you know, after like the first 2 years or so that I had Topless Topics, I was like, okay, it's too much work to try to keep both channels going. For one thing, I didn't have the time or energy to be recording videos for Topless Topics and for Games Are for Fight, Sari Got Game, or whatever, where obviously Sari Got Game, I had to be closed, blah, blah, blah. And so I was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna put it all on Topless Topics. And then of course I kept getting videos banned on YouTube. So I'm like, okay, bye YouTube. But I'm stuck in a hard place where I have to use these asshole websites that hate women, or I have no way of reaching people because Vimeo is a broken ass website. It's always been a broken ass website and nobody uses it. So if I'm just trying to just find people within Vimeo, nobody, you know, my stuff's not going to go anywhere. So I have to make censored versions for, you know, YouTube and Facebook and stuff. Even though the censored versions get banned quite often too. I mean, Instagram's been on a spate lately of deleting old posts of mine or have giant purple splotches. Like this whole thing is a big purple splotch and they still are like, this is sexual. We banned it for sexual content. I'm like, it's a giant purple splotch and you're telling me, fucking, and yet Nicki Minaj shaking her butt wearing just a G-string in front of the camera is somehow fine. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna go back to knitting and crocheting and trying to, I mean, like I said, I'm trying to work with a little tiny fabric, little tiny string that's making me want to scream, but who doesn't love a challenge? And like I said, trying to catch up on these other YouTubers who are posting their channels to the VidCon Discord and see if I can make some friends, online friends to hang out with if real life VidCon, speaking of online friends versus real life friends, does happen next year. And even if not, you know, maybe we can figure out some kind of long distance collaboration because I'm always trying to get my followers to collaborate, to let me interview them or, you know, encourage them to make their own creative content. But I just don't really have any creative, you know, fellow creator followers. And I mean, almost all of my, okay, getting rid of, you know, forgetting about all the idiot perverts who just come in, are like, oh, she's not having sex, and then leave. Talking about the actual longtime followers who I, you know, actually talk to and make friendships with, everything. They're almost all like middle-aged white men. Like, and it's not that they're, you know, I'm talking about the non-perverts, I'm talking about the good ones. Most of them are nudists, you know, like they already go around without clothes on a lot because they already understand the difference between nudity and sex. Basically, that you can be naked without having sex, and you can actually have sex without being naked. It's amazing. They're two different things. So, you know, it's nice to kind of circumvent having to re-explain, yes, you can see my nipples. No, I'm not doing anything pornographic, despite every single fucking social media website banning me as sexual content just by virtue of having a female looking chest, apparently, because, you know, doesn't matter how fat you are or whatever, as long as you look male, you have rights over everyone that looks female. 2020, and we're still, you know, disproportionately giving rights based on what gender you look like. Cool. Anyway, they are not content creators. A lot of them are shy, or they just don't feel comfortable in front of the camera. So it's still just basically me doing my thing all by myself. So I'm trying to encourage people to make their own content, whatever. So yeah, point being that I'm trying to make friends with other people who already do make their own content, so that I'm not, you know, trying to encourage them to start making content, let alone make content with me. And, you know, maybe if I hang out in these VidCon Discord rooms, I'll make friends with other content creators, like I said. I don't know. And if not, at least, you know, watching their videos and stuff. Even the, like, the popular ones, I don't even fucking know who's popular. Like, I watch game theory videos and then like craft tutorials, and that's it. That's all I ever watch on YouTube. Oh, and a lot of, you know, kid videos will play in the background for my kids, but I don't watch those. Most of them are quite insipid. And yeah, that's it. Well, hopefully, you know, at least a couple of you guys are not just idiot perverts. And, you know, if you didn't know, I'm gonna tell you one more time, I'm not dead. I'm still regularly making content. I just don't update this channel because I want to keep my email and my YouTube separate. So I make the uncensored versions on Vimeo, and then I embed the Vimeo video to a post on toplesstopics.org. And then sometimes, if I feel like it, I make a censored version that I put up on YouTube and everything. And I also announce it on social media every time I have a new video or whatever up. So if you want the updates, I'm at Topless Topics on Instagram and on Twitter. On Facebook, it's at Top Topics because they wouldn't let me put topless in the title. I had a newsletter for a little while. Bassoos. I'm gonna guess that's something perverted. Why are you? My cat's just like standing at my recording shed meowing at the door. I think she thinks I'm in there. Anyway, yeah, you know, or just Google Topless Topics. Apparently someone like uploaded my videos to some porn site. So if you find it on a porn site, that's not me. Oh boy. And yeah, if you like live streams every Friday and Saturday, I embed it to toplesstopics.org/livestream. You go on Twitch or on Vimeo. And I don't really have the chat rooms for wherever I'm streaming open. I generally only have my Discord open, which you can join at toplesstopics.org/chat, which has a link to look up the Discord server. You do need Discord to go on there, but it's free and easy. You can use an anonymous account. I do have moderators, so if you do try to post gross stuff, you're just going to get banned. But, you know, go ahead and try if you want. Anyway, pretty friendly crowd, and people actually have conversations without me having to be there, which is really nice. Has been a really nice new development, because for a long time the only conversations were always me, you know, one-on-one, me plus the person. They never talked to each other, which was just very tiring. So that's about it. Thanks for watching. I don't know, go to toplesstopics.org and you can see links to all my new stuff. Like I said, the Black Lives Matter videos that I just did with my black male friend, and I have one that we shot too, talking about how he likes to be without clothing, but he don't like to use the nudist label. TLDR, he's met a lot of asshole nudists who basically treat it like a religion, and it really put him off the label nudist. I haven't edited and put that up yet. I will soon. I was going to do it today, but it's going to be 90 plus degrees today, so I was like, I'll do it tomorrow. And Friday, Saturday live streams. So follow at Topless Topics on social media for new updates. Okay, bye.